Okay, so let's get right into this because this is important. There's not an official, people are saying it's official, there's not an official release that the Social Security Fairness Act will be passed on January 6th at a signing event. There are three main working theories, but one of them is turning out to be the likely theory as to what's going to happen going forward. Now, the first theory and the most likely theory is that January 6th will be the day, because he's got basically until around the 8th to actually sign this thing. Otherwise, it's a pocket veto if Congress isn't open to accept. But bottom line is this: January 6th, because the National Fraternal Order of Police has been a vocal advocate about passing this. Why? Because they want their police, the individuals who had multiple pensions to go ahead and get even more money. They claimed Biden said that basically January 6th would be the official signing day. They even contacted, it sounds like Trump, and asked him, hey, would you be willing to support this if Biden is not willing to go ahead and sign this thing? And Trump said, yes, he's willing to support it. So this is the clinching agent that forces Biden to absolutely sign it, because he does not want, as a Democrat, all of the Republicans to get access to all of that fame, grandeur on the Social Security side of 72 million people. Now, here's the thing with all of this. The problem that I foresee with this particular item is that it's a group that has a special interest in having it be signed. However, when something is likely to be signed and there's no official notification from the President of the United States or his staff, there's usually two main culprits that leak things to the press. Leak number one is usually from nonprofits. Leak number two is usually from some sort of group that's like a union or an order or this or that. And the reason why this happens is that basically they are invited to the event. And as part of being invited to the event, they then release to some news station that this bill will be passed into law on this date because they will be present for the signing. Now, another theory is that he will wait until basically the 8th. And as it gets really close to that inauguration date, because he wants to get as much popularity, as much things going in his favor. I don't know what is up. What is up with my hair? I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. It's even worse. You know what? Here, we'll just there. That's you know what? What? You know what? It doesn't matter. It's horrible, but that's my face. Anyway, the point is this. What you have to know is there's another theory that is going to wait until the very last day, do a celebration on the last day because it gets him closer to that 20th area where the inauguration is coming up. And basically, he wants to step on Trump's toes a little bit to get as much juice in the Social Security field as possible. My original theory, which I have as theory number 3, is that he's already signed it. He's already done a video. They were all in DC while things were getting passed. So remember how I made that video and I was like, there's a problem here, guys. This thing might not pass unless he signs it. Remember how everybody was like, no, he has to be presented it and blah, 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 blah. And then everybody kind of learned through that video that the president can receive the presentation of it very quickly, right? So if something needs to be passed into law right away, all that can take care and and happen right away. And we also, went through basically how some of these rules and regulations, they don't really specify a lot of stuff when it comes to the president. So the amount of time the Senate has to get it over to the president is really up to them. They can take however much time they wanted. So I made that video on the 26th after waiting from the 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, 26th, and then another one at the night of the 26th. And then poof, down on the 27th, they came out and said, yeah, okay, no worries. We sent it over to him in the islands for him to check it out. Now, with that said, I believe that he's going to be signing it on the 6th because there was a leak, and the leak basically was that one of the people who will likely be there as part of the signing, stand behind the president, smiling people, said that this is officially happening on the 6th. Now, with that said, I want to go through some of the basics here. These are some of the people that you should expect to be standing behind him as this whole thing gets signed, okay? So you will see very likely Republican Garrett Graves from Louisiana. He was a House of Representative. He was one of the sponsors. You'll also likely see Abigail Spanberger. She's a Democrat from Virginia. She was also a House of Rep, also one of the sponsors. You'll likely see Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. He was the one spearheading it to actually get passed through at the Senate. You'll likely see President Biden. He's got to hold the pen. You'll likely see VP Harris. She's the one that's got to smile the most. You'll likely see the acting commissioner of the SSA, which is Carolyn W. Colvin. Because remember, Martin O'Malley was the commissioner. He stepped down at the end of November. Carolyn Colvin stepped back into her place with that. So bottom line is that she's an acting commissioner. A representative will, of course, be there because they're a little snitch on this from AFGE, which, the representative from the National Fraternal Order of Police will be there. It'll probably be the president or some form of an executive because they're our de facto snitch to tell us that it's likely going to happen on the 6th. Then you also have probably a representative from AFGE, which is kind of like the union. They're like 96% of the SSA employees union. So expect like an actual representative from them to be there. And then expect a NOSCR, which is like the National Association for Social Security Representatives. Rick Fleming might be there, but expect somebody on behalf of NOSCR to likely be there in the room with the president. Now, there was an article created by Melanie Waddell, December 31st, 2024, 12:25 p.m. So like, an hour ago. The Social Security Fairness Act, which would repeal the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset provisions of Social Security, is on President Joe Biden's desk. And he plans to sign the bill into law on January 6th, a National Police Officers Organization says. Again, it's not official de facto. It's not from his lips or somebody that works for him. It's from this group that said it. But they're probably a good snitch to believe because, they probably got invited to the actual event. The National Fraternal Order of Police, which has been a vocal proponent of the bill, posted Monday on its Facebook page that Biden plans to sign the bill into law on January 6th. The group, which has more than 377,000 members, said Monday that President-elect Donald Trump has endorsed the bill. The police group did not immediately respond to requests to confirm the details of the Facebook post. And the reason why is it's not official from one of the government agencies. It's not on congress.gov. Not that it would really be there, but it's not on the White House website. So it's just we don't have definitive. But again, we know it's rolling in that direction because for this group to come out and say he's going to sign it, it's almost certain that he's going to sign it now. Although remember, they did have, a little bit of a communication with the Republican side to see where they would stand with it as well. So that puts pressure on Biden, Okay, the full Senate passed the bill H.R. 82 on December 20th, although it was more like 21st. The bill passed the House by 327 to 75 vote on November 12th. The bill hit Biden's desk Friday. Biden has until January 8th to sign the bill or it will not become law. Remember, when you count the 10 days, you don't count the Sundays. That's how we get the 8th, okay? H.R. 82 was originally sponsored by Rep. Garrett Graves and Abigail Spanberger. Finally, Congress showed up for the millions of Americans, police officers, firefighters, teachers, federal employees, and other local and state public servants who worked a second job to care for their families or began a second career to afford to live, which is kind of where people are at now because nobody can really afford America. It's just really sad. Lawmakers stated that in a statement. Congress showed up for the hundreds of thousands of widows and widowers who were denied their spouses Social Security benefits while grappling with their loss. That was the GPO repeal. That's that one. The Social Security Administration issued a statement on December 21st about how to field questions before and after the bill is signed into law. The Social Security Fairness Act, H.R. 82, concerning windfall elimination provision, a program, and government pension offset has not been signed into law. It would eliminate the reduction of Social Security benefits while entitled to public pensions, SSA states. So at this time, the Social Security Administration is evaluating how they're going to go ahead and do that and basically create a list that would push benefits essentially to those individuals who are deserving of them now that there is a repeal of this situation. Now, you guys know what this bill does. You fully understand the WP. You fully understand the GPO. I'm not going to go into it in detail. Here's my thoughts. President Biden, as you have, basically, known. Let's see. I'm just reading this here. Okay. So basically, wait. So Lindley Lynch said signing is now official, 10 a.m. at the White House. Let's see if it's on the White House. Let's see what we got. White House. Let's see, signing of Social Security Fairness Act. Let's see if we got it. Let's see if he officially said it. So there's the SSA. I'm not seeing, put up a link if you have it for the actual White House saying that basically, I'm just going to do White House news real quick, see if it's up there. Briefing room, statement, President, 2,000 cap prescription drugs. No. All right, let's skip over here. Statements and releases. Statement. Nope, same gig. Passing former President Jimmy Carter, First Lady Jill Biden, blah, blah, blah. Plane crash, yada, yada. Nope. Okay. So put up a link if you have it, because I'm not seeing it as the most recent releases from the White House. But I would definitely like to see it. I do want to do a shout out real quick to Diana Royalty 72, who basically did a $10 donation. That's absolutely amazing. Also over here, we have a donation from Harry Bear, $5 donation with the little happy little hippopotamus faces. Deb Carter, good to see you. Happy New Year. That's excellent. Let me put a little heart on there. Very, very cool. That's awesome. So here's basically the deal. You are likely to get this if you worked basically a job that did not pay into the Social Security FICA taxes while you were paying into some other Social Security, or sorry, some other pension system. So think like cops, teachers, sheriffs, firefighters, things like that. Now, with that said, going forward, President Biden is on, auto mode. So when January 6th comes around, that's probably de facto going to be, essentially his final day of signing things. So if you're wondering if he was going to sign anything else, that's probably it. After that point, he's going to be going to Italy and having a very good time over there, seeking out the heritage of his wife. So, just to be very clear, if January 6th happens and it is officially signed then, and it looks like it's rolling that direction, if you had any other questions as to any other laws actually being presented, being signed, that's pretty much it. That's going to be your last date for that, because after that, he's going on another vacation and then coming back for the inauguration of Trump. Now, with that said, I have another video where I'm going to be going into detail basically about things to keep in mind. And it's just bullet points. It's going to be a quick video going into 2025 when it comes to Social Security benefits. It is not going to be super limited to only those things that are about Social Security disability. It's going to talk about wider things just to consider that are like headline bullet point topics that will affect Social Security benefits. So with that said, I will catch you at the next video in about 15 minutes. I've got to put the YouTube link up. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Check back with the channel in about 10 to 15 minutes. It should be up, and we'll get doing that video. And then I did miss on Monday going live to answer questions for people. I'm going to try and do that tonight. It's just keep in mind, I wasn't feeling very good yesterday, and I'm just trying to get through this cold. So I will catch you a little bit later. Attorney Walter Hnot. Most of you know, subscribe to Disability Attorney in America. With that said, please remember to like, subscribe, become a member if you want, and head over to Google, type in Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida. Throw some stars up there. We usually go live on Mondays and Thursdays to give free consultations where I answer questions for free. And then if you have a bigger question or want to know the direction of something, private 1-hour mini contract is below. I'll catch you a little bit later, and I'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you soon. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.